So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to run Facebook ads for your home service company, whether you run a roofing, painting, kitchen renovation, bathroom renovation, HVAC, plumbing, whatever type of business you're in. If it's home service, I'm going to show you exactly how to run ads and get as the biggest return on investment you could ever make just by running stupid Facebook ads. Now, before you get into anything, the first thing that you need to know is that Facebook, I'm going to let me make myself a little bit bigger. So the biggest thing that you need to know is that Facebook is a interruptive marketing platform, which basically means that every time you scroll, people are getting interrupted. So the first thing you need to know is people aren't actively going on Facebook looking for your company. So that's the first thing that you need to know, which basically means interrupt. The second thing that you need to know is that because people aren't actively looking out for your company, you need to compete on creatives. You need to compete on videos and images. So in this video, I'm going to softly dive in onto those topics, but the main thing I'm going to dive into is just how to set up Facebook ads in general. So if you go right here, I'm going to make myself smaller, and I have this little SOP that I made for you guys. So I'm going to go through it right here. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to facebook.com. And the second thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the ads manager. And if you go right here, you're going to be able to click on campaigns. Now, if you just want to go on Google, type in Facebook Ads Manager, this is where you're going to go. Click on that. Go to Ads Manager. And voila, you're going to go to the Ads Manager. So that's the first thing that you need. Before all that, you need a Facebook account. Obviously, I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys has a Facebook account. If you do, just go out there and make a Facebook account. So the first thing you want to do is you want to name your campaigns. So let's say I want to make a new campaign. And most of the times you want to do leads. If you're in very different markets, less sophisticated markets, you might want to run Messenger, which is engagement right here. But most of the times you want to run leads. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to name your freaking campaign. So let's say I want to run this campaign on October 15th. I'm going to name the campaign October 15th leads campaign made by whatever, right? For, let's say I'm running painting. Let's say I'm running specifically interior painting. Okay. Second thing you want to do is you want to do a campaign budget instead of an ad budget right here. And I would recommend every single one of you guys to start running ads. If you just have the money, start running ads on literally $50 minimum a day. I would recommend that because you have a lot more money to, test around and find different winning ads and all this stuff. So $50 is the baseline minimum. And you don't want to tinker with any of these. Really pretty simple stuff. So this is called a campaign right here. And you're going to set that up. The second thing you're going to go is the ad set. Now this is where you do all your targeting, your niche targeting, whatever it is. So let's say I want to do a targeting in Charleston. So I'm going to put Charleston. And the age that I'm targeting, 30 to 65-year-olds, because nobody under 30 realistically has a home. Like you could even push it up to 35. Actually, let's do it that. 35. 35 to 65-year-olds, 64-year-olds right here. And you're going to do Advantage Plus. So we go right down here. We're going to click Instant Forms. You're going to have your page, whatever it is. And you're going to set this conversion as maximize number of leads. That's it. And you're going to click on this right here. You're going to turn this off. And let's say you want to, like I said, if you want to get your campaign started on the 15th, you just schedule it out. Now, one thing that you guys want to do is you guys really want to test, start running your ads at midnight. What happens when you launch AdLuy right now is that Facebook goes through the ad spend super fast. What that basically means is that if you put X amount of money in, let's say you set the budget for $50 a day, Facebook is going to do whatever it takes to just spend that money because they have different interests, right? They just want your money. So they're just going to spend through the money, and it's not going to hit the right audiences or anything like that. So you really want to schedule your ads at midnight. So what you want to do is just go right here, 59. If you're in CST, it should show up as CST. If you're in PST, it should show up as PST right here. So you're going to go right here, and this is where it gets fun. This is where you can start doing the targeting. So I wanted to hit Charleston right here. So I'm going to go Charleston, South Carolina, and I'm actually going to turn this off. So the reason you want to turn this off is because if you turn this on, your ads might get freaking shown to people who are like, who've been like searching Charleston up, but then they live in California because they're about to go to California. There used to be a targeting method that you could do way back in the day that you could put homeowners, like specifically homeowners, but like Facebook literally got called up to the Senate, Congress, whatever it is, because of like, the consumer privacy, whatever it is. So now they can't do it anymore. So now Facebook really heavily relies on their AI algorithm to reach the right audience. And usually when you click this on, your ads might, let's say you're in like freaking Georgia, your ads might get shown up in California. So I'll turn this off. And you're going to click right here. You're going to you're going to lower down your radius to 20. So whatever your radius is, you could go start looking at that. Now, if you want to get really nitty gritty, you want to go to a map called Orange. It's called Justice Map.org. Right here. You're going to click on Charleston. You're going to type in Charleston right here. Click go. I don't know why it's not moving. Let me just scroll down right here. You're going to go to Charleston, and you could click it by income. So you could see up here in Wildwood around these areas, they don't have much income. And if you go to the Mount Pleasant area right around here, that's a lot of income, It's very, very blue. So if you want to target, high income areas, try to hit your target around these areas by going to the justicemap.org and look at the targeting. Let's say you're in Georgia, same thing, same type of framework. Because I'm from Georgia, literally. Buckhead is they are freaking balling out down there. So you can see right here, based on income levels. Now I'm pretty sure this is household income. I'm pretty sure this is based off household income. So this is a neat trick that you could do to kind of find out what your income level is, where exactly where your income level is. So with that being said, I want to run a targeting right here in Mount Pleasant. Get rid of this Mount Pleasant area. And you could also do exclude. Let's say I don't want my ads to show up in the broker area. You can do exclusion area. And I also saw that Charleston right here. If I go back to the Charleston area, saw that around this area, Kiowa, there is heavily blue. So I'm going to go back right here and go to the heavily blue area, which is Kiowa Island. Sweet. Now we have that set up. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to click Show Suggestions. Now, it's already set on 25, whatever it is. You're going to bring it up all the way up to 35. And you click 64. Now, the reason you don't want to really you could test around with this. You could do 65 plus, whatever. Usually I like to put it at 64 because, after that 65 plus, you show it to a lot of old people and they don't know how to operate Facebook. And even if they click on the form, whatever it is, it just doesn't work. So we're going to click on all genders, detailed targeting. We don't really want to mess around with this. Broad is the best way to go right now. And just to clarify, you do not want to go original audience for lead forms. You want to always have Advantage Plus on. Just let Facebook do its thing. And this is where you want to kind of have a little bit of control, placements. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of Instagram. I don't want anything to do with Instagram. I want to get rid of Audience Network. And I'm going to go down to placements. I'm going to click Stories, Reels, whatever it is. In-stream search results. I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to go to the feeds. You only want your ads to run mainly on feeds. That's it. And you don't even want it to run on Facebook Marketplace. Now, if you make if you make like an Instagram Reel type of ad, you might want to run it on Facebook Reels. I've seen campaigns where Facebook Reels have performed better than Facebook Feed. So I would give Facebook Reels and Facebook Feed a try. Now, this is where it's the fun part. This is where you start creating the ads. So let's say I want to run an offer for Into Your Painting, and I like to name my campaigns by the day that I launch them and what type of offer I'm running. Free quote. Sweet. I'm going to turn this off, multi-advertiser, and I'm going to click Create Form because you're going to do a lead form right here. So the first thing that you want to do is, let me just label this term, October 2nd intro. So I'm going to write a headline. Now, if you want to run a offer for like get up to 50% off, get up to 25% off, that's going to be a headline. If you just want to run a straight offer, like straight no BS offer, it's just going to be free painting coat. put get a free painting quote. Fill out our 30-second form to get your free painting quote. Sweet. And you're going to click next, and you're going to add a question right here. Usually I like to do, what are you looking to paint? You're going to put interior painting, and put exterior painting, and let's say I want to do cabinet painting. And then you also want to do a short answer right here. Tell me a little bit more about your project. Sweet. After that, you're going to come down right here. Please enter contact info. And you're going to make sure to add in a street address. And that should be it. You do not put phone number as optional, because some people might see that and they might just skip over the phone number. The biggest thing that you want to get out of here is the street address, name. Like, you don't even really need an email right here. So name, phone number, street address. And then you go right here and you just turn this off, and then you click ending. And if you want to drive traffic to your website, whatever it is, you could drive traffic to your website. Now, this is one thing that's worked really well in the past, but we don't do anymore, it's because like we were getting a lot of unqualified leads, like booking in times. But what you want to do is, if you want to go like real ballsy, you could put a calendar page. You could put a calendar page and you can start driving traffic. And we've had instances where literally people came in at like 1 a.m. and booked in appointments, and they actually freaking showed up. And there's been deals that have been closed because of this. But, if you're just straight up looking for, if you're looking for volume, literally put down a calendar page and have these guys freaking book on there. Or usually another thing that works really well is just putting down your phone number and say, thanks, you're all set. Give us a call now if you want to schedule a appointment. So that's literally it. You just put your phone number, and then you don't really want to tinker with this unless you don't have automation set up. And then you click create form, and it's going to create form. The reason I'm not clicking on this right here is because whatever form that you make, you can't delete it. So if you have just like a bunch of forms like I do, I can't delete it. So I'm not going to create this. I'm just going to exit, close the forms. Now, once you have this, you're going to go to right here, setup creative. Now, this is where you do the fun stuff. And here's a framework on how to actually make a creative. So the first thing that you want to do is call out the problem or benefit. So, for instance, it's going to be like, let's say you want to add, like I said, we're running ads in Charleston. So Charleston homeowners, are you tired of your boring walls? Problem. Or another one could be like benefit or desire could be, do you want to make your house brand new? Sweet. And then this is where you can add reviews. So this is right here. We're able to help over 500 homes, XYZ homes this year with our painting services. And this is where you can add in, like, if you're interested in getting a free quote, click get quote right below. And that is a CTA. And basically what you want to do on here is you just want to set up a creative. And a simple way to just find creatives, what kind of creatives are working, is to go to Ad Library and type in the area that you're in, Charleston painting. So you can see right here, these are the type of ads that people are running. What you can also filter for is, because of your local markets, you can look at all the ads that have been running. Any ads that have been running for more than like 2-3 months usually means that it's a winner. So let's get this. That is not a lead form. This. So this is an ad that I could literally copy and make right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally just copy this, go to ChatGPT. Let's say my company's name is Charleston Bros Painting. Make this for a different company called Charleston Bros Painting and make the dude Asian, and his name is, because if you can see right here, it's like, hey, my name is Humberto, I'm offering a 10% discount, and his name Paul, and the offer as we're gonna undercut these guys 15% off, and the offer as 15% off to undercut these guys. And bottom text, I also want to add trusted by over 100 homeowners. Now, obviously, I don't run a painting company, so this is all hypothetical. You need to put some real numbers on there. So I'm going to capitalize Charleston Bros, called Charleston Bros Painting. And if you guys really want to get, like, frisky or whatever, go to Family Guy, go to Simpsons, and then have those ads. So, Fresh Start Paint the Bros, bring out best in your home, whatever. Sweet, make this a different company. This a image. Okay, sweet. So you already know this ad's working. It's been over, let's see, August 9th. So it's been we're closing on a month right now. So if it's been live for over a month, usually means that it's a winner. So you go right here. Just by over 100 homeowners. Now, there's a thing in marketing and in just business and everything. Great artists steal. Or a great artist or a mediocre artist copy, great artist steal. I'm literally stealing this creative. Like, this guy already did the benefit of just creating the ads for me, whatever it is. So I already have a proven framework. I just need to go on it, improve on it, make some tweaks on it, undercut these guys, and just, that's how you make a creative. That's how you make an image. That's how you make an ad. That's marketing. That's just business in general. He's offering a 10%. I'm offering a 15%. Guys, I'm undercutting these guys by 5%. It's not a huge percentage, but to the homeowner, it's like, okay, that was for 10%. This guy's 15%. So I'm going to come back when ChatGPT creates this ad. Sweet, ChatGPT just made it. Obviously, I could tweak around it. But yeah, basically, I'm also going to make it 1080 by 1080. Sweet. And I'm going to come back once it is fully done. Sweet. And we're back. Probably, this is a first prototype of the ad, but it looks pretty decent. So it has a proven track record of running. So I'm going to click on download on this thing. Let's see, download. I'm going to go right here, back to our ads manager, click on image ad, and I'm going to go to, let's see, ChatGPT. Click on it right here. Click next. Boom, 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 boom. And sweet. This is where we go to our copy that we just made. Charleston homeowners, are you talking about, do you want to make your house brand new? So I'm going to go right here. Turn it morning walls. I'm going to, let's say, we helped out 100 homes this year with our painting services. Now, the offer that we're running is 10%. If you're interested in getting a free quote, click Get Percent right below and save 15% off your next painting project. Sweet. And then that is really it. That's it. You're going to change the click Get Quote as to Get Quote CTA. That's literally super simple. Now, I'm going to show you a campaign that we did the same exact type of framework, but we ran for videos. And I'm going to show you literally how many leads that we pumped for this guy. Let me just make myself a little bit bigger. So if we go to this campaign right here, we could see we spent over $3,000 on this campaign, generated over 109 freaking leads, got $28 cost per lead. In a pretty competitive market, I must say. This is a market that's extremely competitive. I'm talking about guys with some deep pockets pulling out 20, 30 grand a month in this local market, like one company. and we've been absolutely able to crush it. $28 cost per leads, 109 leads, and we spent just under $3,000. Now, usually an average for painting, you're seeing cost per leads like, we have different accounts in different markets, and usually average for painting is like $60 for lead forms. We've been absolutely been able to crush it with a strong, aggressive offer, and just generate as many leads as possible. Now, if you want to get the highest leads as possible, that's a whole entire different game. You optimize for different things. But, just to get your foot in the door, I would optimize to get the highest amount of leads possible, and then start tweaking around after month 2, after month 3 to see, how we can optimize, see what the sales closing rate and all that good stuff is. So the last but not least, you're going to go back right here, and you click publish. And ladies and gentlemen, we are freaking live with these ads. Now, the hardest thing to do is just make creatives. The game right here is so simple. I just showed you literally how to set up a Facebook ad. The hard part is making these creatives, setting up time, and just setting time aside and making these creatives and everything like that. I'm just going to turn this off because I don't want it to spend money right now. But yeah, the hardest part is just creatives right here. Creatives, images and videos. You need, in this time and age right now, you compete on videos. Literally, you compete on videos and images. That's all you compete on. So once you have that dialed in, like this right here, I took a framework. I saw a competitor running an ad, took it. I don't even have a painting business. I just ran that up right here. So right now, it's been never easier to just get leads in general for anything. So I would take this, use this framework. Now, I do have an agency where we work with painting, roofing, and renovation companies. So if you're interested in how me and my team can potentially help you out and generate you some freaking leads for your business, there's a Calendly page that you could book in a call with my partner, and talk to you soon.